In this slidecast, we're going to look at why cycle times matter. Previously, I explained the business model design and innovation process, and I outlined how uncertainty is at its maximum at the beginning of this process, and how we can decrease that with the customer development process, where we test ideas before we build them. So let's take one of those tests and look into it a little bit deeper. So we will start with a hypothesis, outlining what we believe needs to be true for our idea to work. So let's say we're a consumer goods company. We might say, well, our belief is that consumers in Sweden will find our value proposition useful. So a very broad hypothesis here. And then we test that. So what could a test be? We might want to verify that by setting up a landing page and measuring how many people sign up for the release date. And we'll have an outcome. There will be results. So here we might discover that only 1% of visitors actually signed up. But you know what? From very high income households. So that will give us certain insights. And the insight here might be, the interest is not very significant, but there's a promising customer segment paying attention. And that will change our initial hypothesis, maybe make it more specific, and we'll change the test as well to test other things that we've learned previously. And based on this, you will continue this cycle of hypothesis testing and learning. What's important here to understand is that you have cycle times. And cycle times means how quickly can you learn from the tests that you make? How quickly do your tests produce insights? So what you really want to do is produce the maximum amount of learning in a minimum amount of time. And this is very, very different from the traditional business plan approach because you're decreasing uncertainty and you're increasing the facts, and the faster you can do that, the better. Class dismissed.